at this exciting virtual information session for our NJCU faculty and staff. I'm Tyra Rogala, Administrator of Adult and Continuing Education, and it's my pleasure to welcome you today. We're thrilled to have you here as we explore the wide array of opportunities that NJCU's Office of Adult and Continuing Education has to offer, with a particular focus on our real estate salesperson's course. Whether you're looking to advance in your current career, pivot into something new, or earn a professional certification, you've come to the right place. A couple of housekeeping rules before we begin. This session is being recorded, so please be mindful of your audio and video settings, as well as any personal or sensitive information you share. We request that all microphones are muted during the presentation. However, there will be an opportunity for Q&A. At that time, please type your comments and questions in the chat or use the raised hand emoji, and we will answer each of them. Before we dive in, let's get to know a little bit more about your needs. Are you here to explore our real estate salesperson course specifically, or maybe something else? If you're still in the discovery phase and need a little more guidance, that's perfectly okay too. You can scan the QR code coming up to access our career pathway quiz, and program options will be emailed to you. Either way, drop a quick response in the chat if you're comfortable, and let's see what areas interest you the most. Now, let me take a moment to introduce you to our incredible team, the key people who make all this possible. Dr. Wanda Rutledge, in absentia, is the Interim Dean of Graduate Studies in Adult and Continuing Education. Her leadership and vision drive our programs forward. Janine Perfield, our administrative assistant, ensures everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. Selena Scher, data and brand strategy specialist, plays a pivotal role in equipping our operations with industry insights on the educational landscape. Nicole Valencia Flores, our social media marketing manager, keeps you connected with our exciting updates across LinkedIn, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. Reina Hoxaj, our brand communications assistant, works tirelessly to provide you and the rest of our community with the most up-to-date events and program information. And last but not the least, Bisola Babalola, in absentia, is our student experience advisor and job placement support. She's available to ensure that students receive the guidance and support needed to succeed in their career journeys. We're thrilled to have you join us and are here to guide you through everything NJCU's Adult and Continuing Education offers. Now let me share with you all our mission. Adult and Continuing Education has a mission. We believe that learning should extend across the lifespan and should never stop. Our programs are designed to support youth, adults, and mature learners, providing accessible, flexible, and career-focused education. Plus, we offer courses in both English and Spanish to serve our bilingual community. Who are we? As NJCU's non-credit division, we help learners enhance personal enrichment, advance their careers, transition into new industries, and pursue degree pathways. With over 1,000 programs across in-demand industries, we ensure there's something for everyone. What makes our program stand out? We offer live interactive courses with expert faculty mentorship, hands-on experiential learning opportunities to build real-world skills, flexible online, in-person, and hybrid career training designed for workforce success, short 6-week courses to explore new areas of interest, and university partnerships for prior learning credits towards a degree. We have high-demand programs that are nationally recognized. Some of the most popular programs we offer include healthcare and allied health certifications, where you can train for careers such as medical assistant, medical billing, and others, and some may actually be available in Spanish. Our real estate programs also get you licensed and have you building a thriving career in real estate. We have programs in IT, information technology, in logistics and supply chain management, international trade, our import and export, or freight broker agent training allows you to learn fundamentals of global trade and how to succeed as an import-export agent. And project management certifications, a globally recognized credential that prepares you to lead projects across industries. This is just to name a few of the programs that we do offer. Our programs are designed to enhance your employability skills, equipping you with the expertise and confidence needed to thrive in today's competitive job market. As previously mentioned, we offer live interactive courses led by expert faculty who provide hands-on mentorship. At this time, we're pleased to introduce you to one such program and its distinguished faculty member, Rusilla Thakar Podolak, a seasoned instructor in our real estate sales program. Rusilla's teaching journey began in the 1960s as a tutor. She carried this passion for education into her corporate career, where she mentored new employees and later returned to the classroom as a substitute teacher in the 1980s. During this time, she also became a certified mentor for new real estate agents. She earned her Graduate of Real Estate Institute GRI designation, her Seniors Real Estate Specialist SRES designation, along with numerous additional real estate licenses and credentials. She holds full authority to sell insurance and is qualified to provide instruction in life, health, property and casualty, and title in the state of New Jersey. In 2001, Rusilla obtained her broker salesperson license and has taught at multiple institutions since. She joined New Jersey City University in 2005 and currently serves as the director of the real estate program. Rusilla's lifelong commitment to learning and teaching continues to thrive, and she's deeply enthusiastic about sharing her extensive knowledge and expertise with you and others. Everyone, please welcome Rusilla Thakar Podolak. Rusilla, you got the floor.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you? I am going to talk about how real estate can give you additional support. You already are with the students. You know a lot of people. You can use that database to sell them real estate. So first, we're going to talk about who can become a real estate salesperson. What are the qualifications? The next, the qualifications is you have to be 18 years of age and you need to have a high school or GED. I just want to warn you, nobody's going to ask you to show your high school diploma. So don't go digging it up. It's not required, just that you have it. Also, you need to be legally in this country because in order for you to get a license, you're going to get paid and you have to go through the process of getting hired where you are required to have your legal documentation. What happens is you're going to take a class. After the class, you will take a school exam, state exam, and then you will go for fingerprinting. So some of you may have a question. What is the question? You have been fingerprinted for your job. Do you still have to get fingerprinted again? Yes. Is it possible that you may have turned a crook in the meantime? Sorry, I'm just kidding. They want to make sure that you still have a good moral character. So they're going to do fingerprinting and then your report will come out. Next. What is required? What is the education required? You need to complete 75 hours of class. And what you have to do is you need to make sure you understand what is required to pass the exam. So my first word in my class is, it's an acronym called PSDFT. What does that mean? I'm going to type it in case if you want to see what it looks like. So I just typed the acronym. What does that mean? Pass the damn exam first time. So what you need to do is you need to focus on what you need to study to pass the exam. And my goal is to make sure that you get that information. Now, of course, you know, as instructors, as professors, it's not just up to you. Students also have to work. They have to be able to understand. If they don't understand the concept, they need to let you know. So this is where I come in to explain to you if you have some questions. Next. Passing the school exam is easy. And I say it's easy in the sense that I will make sure I prepare you for it. Now, what happens if you did not understand the concept? Even after you take my class, you can always contact me. You'll have my email address. I try not to give my cell phone because it just, I may not be able to answer you right away because I'm in a class. So I give you an email address where you can ask me questions. So even after you pass the school exam, if you have questions, you can always contact me. And you need to pass the school exam in order to take a state exam. So if you don't pass the school exam, you cannot take a state exam. And I will give every chance for you to pass if you are willing to work hard at it. Next. Now, what happens after you take the class? You take the school exam, you pass the state exam, and then you go for fingerprinting. In the meantime, you should be looking at who you want to work for. You should be talking to different brokerages. Because what happens is, it's very important in real estate is that you have a right broker. Because in order for you to get a license, you have to be sponsored by the broker. What does it mean? It means that they need to hire you as an agent. You cannot work on your own because you only get paid from your broker. So when you have a transaction closes, money goes to your broker and then broker will pay you. So why is it important for you to find a broker? Of course, money is always the first priority. Sorry. But also you need to learn. In my class, I teach how real life is interacting with the material. But I cannot teach you real life because I don't know what your real life is going to look like when you go out. So you need to make sure you have a broker who is willing to teach you real life. Next. Now, what happens? Should you go with a smaller brokerage, larger brokerage? It's up to you. You need to decide who you want to work for, who you feel comfortable with. Would you like to be among 100 agents where a broker may not give you time of the day? Or you may like that so that you can ask other agents to help you. Some people like to have their hands held as they are changing career. Nothing wrong with that. Even if you work for a big broker, there is a mentorship program where somebody will hold your hand. Smaller brokerage firms, they will do personal training. The idea is that you need to make sure somebody is going to guide you. So when you go to work for a broker, your question should not be, what is my split? Your question should be, how are you going to make me a millionaire agent? What are you going to do? How are you going to help me? How are you going to train me? Because we are all salespeople. We sell ourselves to our children, our parents. We sell to our friends our ideas, our ideals. So selling is not a problem. The problem is you want to make sure you do the right thing by people. You always have to look for how you can help somebody, because I'm sure people have helped you along the way. So when you become an agent and you have a mentor, that mentor job is to make sure they become successful just there. So it's very important that you find out when you go to choose a broker who is going to help you. Just like when you were young, you didn't talk, right? When you were baby, you didn't talk. Somebody helped you. Today, talking, walking is a second nature. We just do it every day. But when we were young, we couldn't do it. Or for some people who are paralyzed, they couldn't walk. They had to learn again. So this is what's going to happen when you go to work for the broker. The broker will teach you how to make presentations, how to make a point of what their needs are versus what their wants are. Because all of us have a what? Champagne taste on a beer drinker's money. We all want expensive stuff, but we don't have money. So, what is your goal as an agent? You need to talk to people. What are the things you have to have? What are the things you can let go? And then you can do the right thing. Go ahead, next. Broker training. I already touched base on it. Very, very, very important. Just think about it. What if your broker is offering you 90% split? And you are happy, right? They're only keeping 10% and giving you most of the money. What if you don't sell anything? How much did you make? 90% of zero is what? Zero. So you need to make sure you are getting a proper training from the broker. So when you go to work with the broker, yes, you want to know what is your split. But your first question will be, how are you going to help me? How are you going to help me become a successful agent? Next. Remember, when you become a licensee, you buy your own house, you make a commission. You buy a house for your friend, relative, stranger, you make a commission. In your office, somebody has a listing. They want you to sit at an open house. It's possibility they'll pay you hourly wage for sitting at open house. Or they will pay you for showing a house. And for me, open house is the biggest attraction for me when I became an agent. Because what happens sometimes, people look at you and they make a judgment. But what happens when they start talking to you? Is it possibility that you may have a common goal as they do? Yes. Before you know, they forget what your accent is, what you look like. Now their focus is on how you are going to help them. So your job is an open house to what? Sell yourself. Build a rapport. And they're going to come to you. They're going to ask you to help them find a home instead of going to somebody else. So yes, it's very important you sell that house that you're sitting in open house. What if you don't? It's okay, you will get clients. Also, there are companies who will pay you salary. There are some companies pay you salary plus certain percentage of commission for being there. There aren't too many around, but you need to do a research. Also, property management companies. In Jersey City, Hoboken, there are a lot of them. They may hire you to sit at a new construction site, apartment building, condos. You get paid salary. You also get commission. Also, when you see certain properties coming up, you may think about it, saying, you know what, this is a good investment. So some of you may know people who know how to fix things. You may buy a property as investment and then sell it or rent it out. So there are a lot of ways you can make money when you have a license. Next. I went through a lot of stuff already. The property management is very prevalent today because there are a lot of apartment buildings being built. Look around any of the smaller towns or middle towns, they're building a lot of apartments. So what happens? They need somebody to sit at the rental office. When you sit at the rental office, you not only get paid salary, but you also get commission. So you see, yes, some of us don't like too much building being built. Like in my town, they're building a lot of high risers. And I'm going to tell you a funny thing about high riser. When maybe 20 years ago or longer than that, in my class, I'm talking about a high riser. And for me, high riser is 3 stories high. It's going back 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. And in Jersey City, what is high riser? 30 floors, 40 floors. Today, we have higher buildings today. In my town, they're building higher than 3 stories high. That means there are more apartments. That means there are more opportunities for you to do. Also, some of you, they want to make money every week. If you do rentals, you can get paid right away. If you are selling a house, it will take a little while to close. But if you are helping somebody rent an apartment, you get paid fairly quick. So some of you, and I don't know who that will say that in summer, you have 2 months off. You can do that and make good enough money for 2 months. Just do rentals, but you will get paid. And that payment comes very quickly, within a few days to a week after they already executed the lease. Up next. So we have 2 offerings. One starts week on Saturday, 8:30 to 1:30. I keep you, I don't know how to say it, but I keep you entertained. Stories. I make stories into what you need to learn. That way, you will remember it. You will remember the story, and then you'll remember what was the moral of the story. Because the moral of the story is what you need to know to pass the damn exam. Some of you may just remember the story. That's okay. Eventually, you'll get it why I told the story. Some stories are make believe. I just make them up. Some are real stories where it happens, where you're going to learn what happens in real life. So, for example, you are closing on a property, you need to make sure you do walkthrough. What if you don't do walkthrough? What can happen? Is it possible that the house may have had some leak in the house and you didn't know it? It happened to me. Not that I didn't do walkthrough, but it happened after the walkthrough. Where after the walkthrough, the tree fell on the house. Next morning, when client went to go to the house, they couldn't move in because they already had somebody come and take care of the tree because the prior owner had already called and taken care of it. Now here you have all your moving stuff. So what do? So moral of the story is you always want to do walkthrough right before closing. That's not in your exam, but it's a story that's going to help you remember when you are doing real estate. That never do walkthrough too long before closing. Do it very close to it so that way there's a less chance of bad things happening. So when I tell a story, these are real stories. It happened, but you learn from it. Another one is when you're doing walkthrough, you want to make sure all the smoke detectors, everything is working because you never know what can happen. So these are things that are part of your walkthrough that you need to do as a real estate agent with either a buyer or if it is somebody is renting from you as a tenant. And I tell a story about one of the people. I don't want to give the name out because Tayo knows this person. She rented an apartment. The landlord told her that they were going to replace his stove. And guess what? They didn't replace the stove. Is it your job to make sure the stove was replaced? No, but you need to make sure it's in writing somewhere as a part of the lease that says that you only got to have your client take the apartment if it is going to be replaced within certain number of days. Once again, this is something you need to know. It may not be in your exam, but you need to know as a practical thing to do. Go ahead. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Priscilla, for sharing all of that useful information. At NJCU, we are truly opportuned to have industry experts guiding our students through powerful instruction and amazing careers filled with upward mobility. As Priscilla mentioned, registration is open now to enroll into our real estate course and all of our other offerings, actually. So visit our website to enroll today. Now let's walk through our fast and easy enrollment process. We'll get to Q&A shortly, but let's walk through our fast and easy enrollment process. Getting started is easy. Simply scan the attached QR code or visit our website at www.njcu.edu/consed to explore our wide range of programs and courses. Browse categories such as featured courses, career training, and fundamental courses. Select your area of interest and review available course offerings. Next slide. Each course page provides essential details, including descriptions, schedules, requirements, deadlines, costs, payment options, FAQs, and more. Once you've found the right course, click Enroll Now to access the registration and payment portal. Follow the prompts to create an account and complete your payment. After submitting your payment, you'll receive a welcome email with course details and login credentials. And just like that, you're all set to begin your learning journey with us. Our students may be sponsored by employers. WIOA Workforce Development also provides some funding. The Division of Vocational Rehabilitation funds students, community organizations, or other third-party funding sources. Sponsorships may have specific enrollment requirements, so we encourage you to contact us for guidance. For NJCU faculty and staff, self-pay and payment plan options may be available. Our office is happy to provide support and answer any questions. Funding may also be available through NJCU. Please speak with your department lead or contact the provost office for additional guidance. Whatever your funding source, you can always contact us at njcu.edu, and we'll help you navigate a registration process tailored to your sponsorship. We hope the information we've shared has been helpful and given you a clear understanding of our programs. Now we'd love to hear from you. We're opening the floor for a Q&A session. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat or raise your emoji hand, and if you'd like to speak, our team is here to provide clarity and address any inquiries you may have. The floor is open, so please feel free to ask your questions now. No question is out of bounds. Feel free. You can unmute if you're more comfortable unmuting and speaking. You can unmute and ask your question, or you can plug it into the chat. You can also use the emoji hand, and we will call on you for those questions. So please do not hesitate to take advantage of this time and ask your questions. We'll give a few more moments. It looks like we've done a great job explaining and giving you information on our programs, but we don't want to make any assumptions. So please, any question at all you'd like to ask concerning whether it be the real estate program or any of our other courses. We have 6-week fundamental courses. We have career training courses. Any course at all, we are open to answer your questions at this time. Priscilla, do you have any, can you speak a little bit on the actual licensing exam? Maybe a little bit more on that, what they can expect during the exam?
Okay. So when you take a school exam, I do it in 2 formats. One, you go to NJCU, you are given an exam, 109 questions, and you answer. Or I do it online with you. I give 10 questions, you answer. I give 10 more questions, you answer. And if you get the questions wrong, at the end, I explain to you why you got it wrong and the page number referencing it. So I do the school exam in two different ways. Majority of the time it's done 10 at a time. Majority of the questions, there are 22 chapters in the book. Majority of the questions come from maybe 6 chapters. What does that mean? Those 6 chapters are very important. Just like when you are teaching a class, there's a background information that you need to know in order for you to understand. The other chapters are a background information, but you still need to know. So what are the things for exam that are important? Now, anybody have ever gotten a license of any sort, you know the first thing you're going to learn about the laws. When you get a driver's license, you need to know the driving laws. Yes. You want to become a nurse, you need to know the laws that you need to follow when you are treating patients. So laws are very important.
Thank you, Rusilla.
The laws are very important. So first 4 chapters in the book talks about laws. 2 other chapters that are important are how to value real estate. Now, of course, we don't value real estate. But what we do is when we go to list somebody's house, we give them what is called a CMA, comparative market analysis. It's not giving a value, it's giving an approximate value, what you think you can get. So it's very important for the exam. And for other 16 chapters, there are things, every chapter, even with the background, some New Jersey laws that you need to learn. For example, we don't do mortgages. As a real estate agent, we don't get involved in mortgages. However, we need to know about the mortgages laws associated with it. Why? Because when somebody asks you a question, you cannot just give answer without knowing what the actual law is. For example, when you are buying a house, you can either get a conventional loan, FHA loan, or a VA loan. Now, you need to know that in order for you to get a VA loan, you have to be honorably discharged veteran. And the laws require there are certain things you need to have paperwork ready before you go apply. So you need to learn that for the exam. You're not going to be doing any loans, but you need to know the background so you can help them. Another one, FHA loan. What happens with FHA loan if a house does not appraise? You still have to buy it. Now, the law is very clear. If the house does not appraise and you're getting a FHA loan, you have choices. You need to know that. So even though the 16 chapters are background, any laws that are mentioned in those chapters are very important. So in a nutshell, laws consist of between 70 to 75% of the questions. And then the other 110 questions, so another 35, 40 questions are like background questions. So for example, somebody will ask you a question. I'm buying a new construction. What do I need to do? So in your exam, a question will be, when you are buying a house, you're buying a land, what do you have to do? Now, are you going to buy a house on a swampland? No. You need to make sure the ground that you are buying, going to put a house on it, it absorbs the liquid. Otherwise, you're going to have a swamp in your backyard. So what you do is you call a population test. So those are the generic questions which are not, you will not have any client ask you, but you need to know for the exam. So those are the questions that are going to be asked. Also, when you go to ocean, what happens when water goes down? When new land created. Now, do you think 100% of the people have that question? No, maybe 10% will have that question. So there are other questions that you will need to know. So 75% is very important. And guess what? You only need 70% to pass. So if you know all that, you are good to go. State exam is basically the same. Only thing, the state exam, what I heard from students over the years, I started teaching in 2001. So in 25 years, mostly what I've heard is that the questions are tricky. Guess what? There's no tricky. It's comprehension skills come into play. You need to understand what are they asking you. There's no trick to it. So, for example, you have to take 75 hours class to become a salesperson. What happens if you want to become a broker? You need to take 150 hours additional class. The question says, if you're a real estate agent, how many hours of class you've taken when you became a broker? The answer is not 150, the answer is 225 because you had to take the 75-hour class plus 150 hours in order to become a broker. So you need to understand the question. What are they asking you? This is where your comprehension comes in. I don't teach comprehension. In fact, all of us learn comprehension from the day we were born until the day we die. And we all have a different levels of comprehension. Some people will say, I don't understand what you are telling me. Truth. Maybe they don't because this is not their language. Just like if somebody is teaching math and they ask me a question about some figures in geometry, I may not know that because I'm not expert in it. But you learn because it is your job to know, to help clients. Anything else?
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Priscilla.
Priscilla,
Once again,
sorry,
go
Priscilla, we
ahead.
have a student at a Q&A session.
Uh-huh.
She's curious about the evening schedule for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that she is not available on Tuesdays and not available on weekend days. So if she have any other options to take the class.
Okay, here's what happens. If we are lucky and we run both classes, you can make up a class. If not, no go. So you can only miss 20% of the class. So what you need to do is you need to make sure I only allow 15%. If somebody is upfront with me, say they have a child care problem on Saturday morning, or they have to take their mother to a doctor every Saturday for the trip, I will allow that extra 5%. Otherwise, this 15% is allowed for you to miss the class. So if you're going to miss every Tuesday, it's not going to work. If you can't do it weekend, it's Saturday, then it doesn't work. Sorry. I answered the question.
Yes, thank you, Priscilla. That's the answer to the question. Yeah, the state has requirements on how many hours can be missed, and so it's important that course hours are fulfilled so that you can successfully complete the program and have the information you need to succeed in the licensure exam. So that's required. As a matter of fact, we are very she's an amazing instructor. Some find her to be very firm, but we love it because it produces, excellence in our students, in those that participate in the program. We do expect you, even though it's a virtual program, we expect you to be seated at your computer, ready to engage in class, because once again, the information that you're going to be learning, we want to make sure that you're truly learning this information, and that there are no hindrances to your success in learning and also in passing the exam. So those are the requirements of the course. In terms of our other
I
course,
students
go ahead.
to engage with me because I cannot be talking for 3 hours straight. So you need to have a conversation with me. And what I do is I will pick on you. I know. I will pick on people if I see you are doing something like looking at some pictures on a computer instead of paying attention, because you need to follow. There's a lot of material you need to know. So I'm not saying, yes, you can goof off a little bit here and there, but if somebody is constantly not paying attention, the proof is in the pudding. Because when I ask you what page are you on and you don't even know what page I'm on, that means what? You have no clue. Even if you are doing some searching, you should at least know what I'm teaching you, what page I'm on. So I'm like a mother who has her eyes in back of my head. Sorry, but I just want to make sure that you spend money you need to pass so that you can go make more money. That is my goal. Sorry,
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you. If there are no other questions, we do want to remind our guests today that there is credit for prior learning opportunities. So for whatever learnings you engage in the non-credit space, we can liaise with the Transfer Resource Center at NJCU to see if those credits can can translate into actual college credits, in case you want to pursue a higher degree than you currently have. So that's something that you should absolutely take advantage of if interested. Once again, if there are no other questions, we truly value your attendance here today and want your feedback. We want to hear from you. Your feedback helps us improve and shape our future events to better meet your needs. And to give us your feedback, you can scan the QR code on the screen. It only takes about a minute to complete, and we'd greatly appreciate your input. Plus, as a thank you, everyone who fills out the survey will receive exclusive early access to details on our upcoming events and the recording of today's webinar info session, along with the presentations slides, the slide deck. We'd love to stay connected with you and keep you in the loop about exciting opportunities and updates. So simply scan the QR code you see to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're on all. And we have also included our office information, so do not hesitate to stop by in person. We're always here with a big old smile and a lot of information to share with you with concerning any questions you may have. We're truly glad to assist you with any of your needs. Thank you to Priscilla Thakar for an insightful session. You're always a delight, Priscilla, always available. We're truly blessed and opportune to have you be one of our instructors, and because you're trusted. We love you, we trust you, and we trust your instruction to our students. And thank you also to all of you for joining us today. We appreciate your time and your engagement. We hope you found this session valuable and are excited to take the next step in your learning journey. Don't forget that there's always options for you, and we're here to help you navigate some of those options. All right. We look forward to connecting with you again. But in the meantime, look out for a follow-up email with key resources, deadlines, and contact details. If you have any questions, we're here to help you. Please do not be a stranger. Pick up the phone, call us, send us an email, or stop by in person. Thank you so much for attending our session today, and we hope you have a great day. Everyone. Thank you, Priscilla.
Thank you.
And then email address, my email address, if there are any questions.
Yes, we can plug it. We'll plug Priscilla's email address in the chat box for anyone that would like to connect with her directly. It's coming up any moment. Just one moment. Just one moment. That email is coming up. Priscilla, you can read it out too, so that folks that are on you can read out your email address.
Okay, so it's my first name, RASILA, my middle initial, and only first part of my last name, which is THAKKAR@yahoo.com.
Yes. Thank you so much, Priscilla.
Mhm.
Priscilla Thakar@yahoo.com.
Make sure you put middle initial in there.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, everyone. You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming. Take care.